This is Noel Tate from the rock band Leader and Trapped in a World, the Howard the Duck podcast, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luke of Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Diggity dink.
Hello, and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing news. Last week of our multimedia specials. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is...
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And, yes, to round out the multimedia this time, we're doing more Joker from Batman number 53 and the Batman 66 episodes, The Joker Trumps an Ace and Batman Sets the Pace. Alright, so it's like our third week of Joker. He's popular.
He's a popular guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, DC clearly loves Joker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're like, can we somehow squeeze Joker into this? Great, let's do it.
Can we get Joker to sing with Lady Gaga? Okay.
Let's do it!
All right, so, well, I was going to say we can discuss that link I sent you where I guess there was behind-the-scenes photos of Titan Season 4. No actors, but one of the locations, it seems, was Bloodhaven University?
Yeah.
Why don't they just do a solo Nightwing show already?
Which I feel like Bloodhaven University is a place where you would not want to work.
Or attend, I'm telling you.
That just feels like you're asking to get murdered or something.
Mm-hmm. But again, Season 3 was Gotham. Season 4 is going to be Bloodhaven. It's like, why don't they just do a solo Nightwing show already?
I mean, they practically are, though. I can imagine that if Nightwing is not your primary person, that you would often be rather annoyed with the Titan show.
There's a couple reasons to be annoyed with that show.
Because Nightwing is my jam, and sometimes I'm still like, technically this is not just his show. Like,
yeah, that's
Starfire has been grossly underutilized.
Well, yeah, I think most of them are.
Well, yeah, okay. True. Well, and then your other, so that's the good news. But and it kind of looked like the Bloodhaven University that's like a griffin or something was on that sign, so that maybe that's their mascot or something. But then you sent me the bad news, which is maybe more Batman, that Batman even Nightwing, but that they canceled. I was really surprised by. There were a lot of Looney Tunes things on there that they canceled.
Yeah. Oh, that Cape Cruise.
Most of the animation stuff they're not going forward with.
What?
And I mean, Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
That is like what Warner Brothers is known for.
Well, I don't know about the Looney Tunes, but the Batman, the Cape Crusader animated series they're working on, I guess it's not completely canceled, but they're not putting it on HBO Max. They said if some other distributor wants to buy it, I guess they'll let them put it up on their thing, I guess. So I said, I wonder how much they want for it, because
probably a ridiculous amount.
Because that's what I was telling me and Will were talking about the other day. Where it's like, I mean, look at Batman the animated series. You know, it started in 1992. People still watch it. People still talk about it. I mean, it might be worth something.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I suppose on the other hand, they might be thinking, well, if not as many people are watching cable, it's not. I don't know. I mean, it's a different world out there, so you don't need to make a... I mean, the way they've always talked about it is, you know, with selling toys and stuff, I mean, you don't need to make new Batman cartoons to sell Batman toys because there's so many already done cartoons that are on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I can see if I had kids, which I don't, but if I did and I wanted them to watch Batman, of course I would put on Batman, the animated series, or something like that. So, I mean, maybe they're thinking like, we don't really need to make a new Batman show to sell toys and make money.
I don't know. Because was it Dan Slott? It was who's a comic book creator. I think he was on Twitter saying, "Man, WB Discovery's savage. I mean, they're out here canceling Batman stuff. He's like, that's savage."
Right, Batman. Well, and Looney Tunes stuff.
I know.
Mean, but it said something that they weren't sure about. Is like a little Batman Santa short or something that involves Damien as a 6-year-old. I was like, that seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, also they canceled Steve Urkel. What? I mean, that feels like more of a nostalgia trip. But yeah, I was surprised that it was Batman, and I was surprised that they canceled the Looney Tunes stuff.
Yeah, they got some weird stuff going on over there.
This kind of makes me wonder. I don't get. I mean, obviously, I'm not an economist and I'm not a business person, so I don't really understand. But I mean, are they just like in such a huge hole or something?
I mean, I think they were in a bad place, and then Discovery came in, and they're just like, "Yeah, here we're gonna knock out all this stuff." I guess they're going to be combining HBO Max and Discovery under like one app, I guess, because like Lilith was saying, I guess this is stupid. You know, they're going to be like branding stuff where like, okay, this is the guy stuff, this is the lady stuff, and it's just like, really?
That's tedious. You'd like to think we've come.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah. She
talking about how there's more than one gender.
She even said that like they
more than two genders, and they're going to be like, this is the boy and this is the girl part of the app.
Yeah, they're going to hear backlash on that. But no, Lilith was saying they were even saying that in like the meeting for like the stockholders and stuff. She's like, really? In 2022, you're going to say, you know, like a middle of a stockholder meeting? She's like,
yeah, they're like, oh, what? Only boys watch Batman and only girls watch cooking shows.
Yeah, or what does Discovery have a bunch of reality shows or something? Yeah,
right. Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is too bad because hopefully they don't do too much damage to it. Because some people were saying, and I mean, I believe it, that HBO Max was one of the better streaming services. I mean, it had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going completely away, but yeah, they're just getting rid of a bunch of stuff.
I know it won't go away, but I just mean, are they going to cut? Because it was saying I thought I read that some stuff they were like, we're taking it off streaming and we're putting it in the vault or something. I don't know. So, I mean, yeah, that, of course, could be the other thing is, all right, whatever. They don't make a new Batman series. Yeah. But what if they decide that, like, and we're also going to take Batman the Animated Series and not stream it anymore?
I don't know. If it gets enough download, and if enough people are streaming it, I don't think they're going to take it off.
I wouldn't necessarily say that they would do that with Batman the Animated Series. That was just an example. Yeah. But, I mean, they could do that with some shows, and then that would suck. Because, a lot of people weren't buying DVDs or Blu-rays and stuff anymore. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people. They're on the physical media bandwagon again.
It's just weird because I don't know. I like it never really. I mean, like I said, I'm not an economist or a business person. So it just surprised me. I didn't really see this coming that they would cancel stuff after it's been so much of it made. I mean, I would have been less surprised if they were like, oh, yeah, we've been talking about this and like now we're just not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we're just talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know how any of it works either, but I think it's something to do with money. Yeah.
And the stuff with the Flash. Okay, I understand that because the Star is having some issues. But, I mean, it's animation. I don't think there were any issues with the Batman animated series that you couldn't easily fix if, I don't know, one of your voice actors murdered someone or whatever. It's very easy to change someone's voice.
Yeah, well, I know.
I don't know.
Well, Lilith was even telling me, she's like, that movie's not going to get, between now and then, they're going to announce that the movie's not getting released. I was like, okay.
I don't know. It's just wild because I was like, what is going on? And why are you just canceling so much? And it just makes you think, I mean, if you need that big of a tax write-off, that's bad.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they like bought it for like some kind of tax break or what, but yeah.
I don't know. But that is why when you sent, I was kind of wondering. I'm like, is Titans going to be the next thing to get canceled? So that was good. When you sent me that, you were like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
They've filmed the 4th season. I was like, oh, well, that's good.
Well, you were like, is it cheaper to make or not? I wonder if maybe like they had most of it filmed already, so they were just like, yeah, I got, you know.
That could be, because they said they'd started filming it in February.
Yeah, so they might.
But, I mean, it sounded like they had most of Batgirl filmed, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. I mean, I wouldn't think that live action superheroes would be cheaper because you have to do, you know, stuntmen and all the costumes and stuff. But I know the animation is not exactly cheap.
Yeah. Well, again, if like WB put out the budget for Titans, that when Discovery came in, if it was already almost done, they probably didn't pay anything for season 4. So.
Yeah, that might be. So, I wonder if season 4 will be the last.
Oh, it'll probably depend how good it streams. So.
Right. Yeah.
If you want Titans to continue, kids, stream it.
We all better watch it multiple times. Even if you're not watching it, just turn it on and let it play in the background.
Yeah, if you're busy doing something, yeah, just turn it on.
Just turn it on, let it play overnight while you're asleep.
That's how some of those late night talk shows get ratings. You know, people watch the news, they leave the TV on or turn on. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, they said that there's no more that they don't think there'll be any more Young Justice.
What? Oh, yeah.
The article said that they didn't think there was going to be another Young Justice season.
Yeah, there hasn't been any announcement, but yeah, I think they were on the verge before because they were just like, I think one of the producers or something even during the last season was just like, yeah, guys, if you want more Young Justice, make sure you stream it, you know, and get everyone you know to stream it. So yeah, that might have been questionable. So yeah, that might have been the last season. Anyway, wow. Yeah, let's get some better stuff. Let's talk our Batman stuff.
That's right, citizen.
All right, so yeah, like I said, we're talking Batman 53 and then 2 Batman 66 episodes. So
what is it? The hairpin and the hacksaw or something like that. A hairpin, a hoe, a hacksaw, and a hole in the ground. It's a mouthful.
Whoa. I just always like to bring up, see what year was Batman 53. Oh, from June 1949.
Very retro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can tell because in the beginning of the comic, well, one, you've got Bruce and his sweet, like, little Carhartts. But then Dick saying television for the Batmobile. Some deal. So, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this summary. The Joker attempts to become the authority in comedy in Gotham City. For this purpose, Joker steals things that spell out ha ha, ho ho, 4 words, leaving clues to his next crimes. Joker is eventually confronted by Batman and Robin, but Joker manages to capture them. Joker has the chance to learn Batman's secret identity, but he chooses not to do so, allowing Batman one chance to break free. Batman takes the chance and captures the mad clown.
Yep.
Ha ha, ho ho.
I'd say rookie mistake, but Joker's not a rookie, so.
I mean, at least that's consistent with, like, modern comics. It's like, modern comics, like, was it Death in the Family? Like, I know, or no, there's some stories.
Death of the Family, I think, where he was like, I don't want to know, it doesn't matter.
There's been a few, yeah, where he's basically like, he's like, I don't care who's under that stupid mask. He's like, that's not the real you. And he's like, this, pointing to the bad costume, this is the real you.
What we have.
That's always like one of the outs of, like, you know, sometimes if a villain's about to discover a hero's identity, they're like, oh, you know, if I find out or it gets outed, it's like there's gonna be too many people coming for you and I want to be the one to kill you, or, you know.
Yeah, like, it's not honorable. And you're like, that's right, it's not. All right. There is honor amongst. But yeah, so the idea that he's doing it to become some sort of comedy authority is not transferred over into the Batman episode, but they do use a lot of the same stuff. I mean, with the hairpin and the Maharaja with his famous gold and jewel-encrusted golf clubs. But yeah, I mean, the opening scene where he goes into the fur store and
ties everyone up,
and then takes the lady's hairpin, like, that was pretty out of the comics. But oh my god, was that not so swell how they opened it in the series? Like, What Gotham first for? Ladies with their doting husbands. I'm like, oh my god. And how the woman, what do you think, dear? Does it look nice? It's like, if you want it, darling, it's yours.
I know.
I was like, oh my god. So swell. So swell.
But I love there's a little change of pace this time because when Commissioner calls Batman, Aunt Harriet isn't in the room, so Alfred could just like stroll in and go, "It's the bat phone."
Yep.
Then she enters the room as they're like running out.
Yeah, with their milk and cookies, natch.
Weren't they? What was it this time? Bird watching.
Uh,
I thought it was bird watching this time.
Or maybe it was like the sporting goods store called.
Oh, I think the sporting goods store of, was it binoculars? There was something for bird watching, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, Commissioner.
That was funny. That was also, I loved. I think it was in the second episode though, where they go to that magic shop. Number one, the woman was so stilted, who was the lady running the shop.
Yeah. But
Bruce's excuse, like, oh, this young man here is throwing a dinner party. That was so rich, people. And then I was like, Nick, why don't you pick out anything that you would like for your friends at your dinner party?
I remember seeing that when I was younger, and I remember the way that stilted way that the woman was talking when I was a kid. I thought maybe I'm like, oh, is she suspicious of them? You know, is she going to tell the Joker on this?
I know, yeah. And then Dick trying to act like he's a regular kid, where he's like, gee, Bruce, this would be keen for spies. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. But that first episode, yeah, they get the police headquarters, unwrap that package, and the big clown pops out.
Yeah.
Then they figure out the golf course, and then like, I don't think we've usually seen this, at least at this point on the episodes. Like they actually show them leaving police headquarters and jumping back in the Batmobile.
I know, that is a rarity. That is a rarity.
That's when they drive to that golf course.
Also, I thought it was hilarious how the Joker had some sort of ray that he was like, that has neutralized everything in your utility belts. Okay. And then when they needed to go down into the Batman was like, I'm going first. Dynamic seniority. That's pretty great.
How about when they see the Joker supposedly kidnapping the Maharaja? There, you know, Dick's like, make an emergency bat turn, and Bruce is like, no, we'll burn up the course for like hundreds of yards.
I know. Also, though, that cracked me up when the Joker was like, oh, no, we can't do that. It'll hurt the passersby.
Yeah, we got to drink. We got to drink.
Different kind of Joker than what they've written him as since.
Oh, yeah. Current Joker. Yeah. Because he's like, oh, yeah, we got to drain the.
Like, yeah. How many passersby can I also murder?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't have cared either way, but he'd be, you know, he probably would have been like, it's going to be funny if the, you know, multiple people die from, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Woo.
However, I did think that it was a good twist. It definitely made the episode more interesting. That it turns out, spoiler alert, the Maharaja had never come to Gotham at all.
Mm-hmm.
Joker was faking it the entire time.
Batman proved
to get that money.
Batman proved it with that where he was poking him in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that giant bat pin, yeah.
But Joker overplayed his hand by wanting both the money and to shame Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He should have just stuck with the money.
We need the money, gimme.
You mean Bandit Joker?
That's right. Bandits are honorable. Like, you're playing it too far, laying it on too thick there, Joker.
Wait, at least that death trap, you know, the cliffhanger was better than the last Joker one where the goons were just holding them.
Yeah. But it did take him a little... Well, I mean, the death trap on the very first episode, but it was just Robin where he was tied up to that saw thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty good, but it does seem like maybe they upped the ante, and as things went by, they got better with the death traps. Because, I mean, you've got suspended over... I think it's tigers, suspended over alligators. I mean, now that's a death trap.
Oh man, I don't think we mentioned that. What was that last week? The Mr. Freeze one. They didn't even get out of that on their own. Gordon and O'Hara had to take them to the hospital to get thawed out. They didn't even get out of that one on their own.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I know, and I'd forgotten. I was thinking at first that he was just going to maybe freeze Robin. And then, but I think that's what happens in one of the animated series episodes.
Yeah.
He's part of Robin, and Batman takes him home and does it. So I was like, oh, maybe it just frees Robin, and then Batman is thinking. But yeah, it's true. It was a group effort. And
I'm trying to remember, am I forgetting? Did I miss it? Or Joker had that female henchwoman like they all do in the first episode. Was she in the second one? Or did she just kind of like disappear? Oh wait, she was in the behind the magic shop.
Yeah.
Did they catch her? I mean, I don't remember her at the end of the episode. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we saw her getting apprehended because she didn't come with them.
Yeah, not to the bank or anything. Yeah, no, because it's supposed to be the Maharaja and his bodyguards or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
You know, the one in the first episode, she's like, "Oh, you shouldn't kill Batman and Robin."
Yeah, I'd hate to see them go.
I love how Joker's like, oh, we're gonna steal enough money to buy whatever you want.
No, that is really like not the Joker from the comics. That was definitely I mean, even in that time period, that was definitely a '60s thing. Was always having that attractive woman as part of the crew.
And then their van with the mirrors on the side.
Were they one-way mirrors that you could look through? Would it be keen for spies?
Well, it makes them look like they disappear on the whole van disappears on the golf course.
Yeah.
Then they pull up and there's a little toy van sitting there.
Yeah, with a note in it. Yeah. That was pretty good. Also, when they were explaining the Jokers, he's like, figure it out because he never means what he says. And Chief O'Hara, oh, why didn't I think of that? That is one hilarious thing about the '60s series is the Gotham City police are so incompetent all of the time.
I told you, 5 minutes after a criminal strikes, it's like, only one man can stop that.
No, it's like Gotham City, why do you even have police? I mean, well, I guess they have police. The police need to be able to take care of speeding and parking tickets. So I guess you need enough police for that, and then you just need the commissioner to oversee all of the parking ticket police and to call Batman.
You need someone to set up, the route for the parade and stuff, yeah.
I guess that's true, yeah.
But yeah.
That's true. And I guess, come to the kids' schools and be like, don't do the wacky tobacco, kids, like all those hippies.
The Joker does that.
Exactly. Also, though, I thought it was funny, but kind of harsh for this series that, how at the end Batman was like, I knew because you were just a bag of hot air. And then he says, get this human trash out of here.
I know, that was kind of salty for 66. Yeah, that was kind of salty, yeah.
Dang, Batman's mad.
And it's like, how long did it take O'Hara to figure it out, even after they're like, Batman's literally ripping the stuffing out of that costume, and O'Hara still doesn't get it?
I know.
And then he pulls the mask off the Joker, and it doesn't look lifelike anymore.
There's no way that mask was that good.
Oh, we did mention the magic shop. I love when they're in the cave, and it's like, I think we should go in as Bruce and Dick. People could get hurt,
Oh, right, yeah. That's why they have to make up the dinner party. And then at the end, though, Aunt Harriet, hardcore body shaming there.
I know. She was like, he's so fat. He has enough money. He should be able to go to a doctor for a diet.
I don't think that's how it works, Aunt Harriet, number one.
Yeah, it's the 60s.
Right. And number two, the way she was like, Dick, you'll get so fat. I'm like, you have no idea how many calories this kid is burning.
I know. I mean, they had to go back to back to escape that gas trap and climb up, but,
I know. I was like, he'll be fine. He probably needs twice as many cookies as you think he does.
Seriously. And then what was that? Was that like some kind of inside joke at the end? They call, Gordon calls Batman at the end, and they're like, even they're like, it seemed like meta commentary. It's like, again? Wait, already?
No, you know what? I think.
Are you ready?
I remember looking this up once because I'd seen this episode before, the joke about running for governor. And I think, is this when Reagan was running for governor?
Oh, for governor. I don't know. Because I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, probably not Batman. I was going to say, Adam West didn't run for governor, did he?
No, let me look. Yes, Reagan was the 33rd governor of California for 2 terms, beginning in 1967 and the second in 1971.
Okay.
So he would have been running in 1966. So I bet it's a reference to that because it was like he was an actor running for governor. My guess is people thought that was weird. I mean, because I think he was one of the first to do it, and then he did it, and then it became less weird.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for, how funny would that scene have been if he would have said, yes, I'm leaving town and running for governor of California. Gordon would have been like, is Robin staying in town?
Yes, that would have been funny. Yeah. Yeah, because there's another episode, I forget which one, but he calls him at the end, or no, they do something, saving the world and whatnot, and have you. And they say like, oh, the president wants to talk to you. He's calling from his ranch. I was like, what? But it was Johnson was president. And he was also from Texas and had a ranch. So it's kind of funny how stuff repeats itself. That like, depending on when you were watching it, you'd be like, wait, why is Bush calling him? Or you'd be like, wait, is Arnold Schwarzenegger running for governor? That's what a lot of us would think since, he was in Mr. Freeze. He was Mr. Freeze. But yeah, I think that's what it's about.
And then just the old-timey technology when the Joker called Gordon and he was on the phone with Batman, so he had to hold up like that CB radio to the phone, to the landline.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's police headquarters. You don't have a switchboard?
I don't know. Switchboards, that's probably old school. They're trying to show they're hip and have whatever the hot new thing is in Gotham. And
that's the thing. They weren't at home, so they didn't even have the bat phone. Batman was just calling in from the phone from Joker's hideout.
Right. Yep. Say hello.
Hello. But no, these were good episodes.
Nightwing says that we should have had a Catwoman episode, but
hey, Nightwing, I'm not the one who picked these.
I don't know if there is a Catwoman episode in here, though.
You know what? If we ever do these again, I think we should split them up. I don't know about doing them all at once. Like, we should have did, like, 1 or 2, throw some comics in, then did 1 or 2 more, did some comics. Mix it up.
I suppose. Oh, I forgot to show you. Look at what I got. Did you know that this was a cover that they did for Robin's #1?
I might have seen that solicited online, maybe back when it first came out. Yeah, I think I did see that.
Well, I missed it, and then when I was reading some random article about Nightwing, they were like, Nightwing's had a lot of sexy covers this year. They were like, he had one for Robin #1, and I was like, what's that one? I didn't see that. And then I saw it, and I was like, damn. So I got it on eBay. I got some other cute ones to make my shipping worth the while.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I forget what we were talking about. One day, Lilith and I were saying something about we need more Nightwing merchandise. I said, yeah, Kristen needs new wallpaper.
I need some, and I got some puppy ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, it's good. Sometimes I feel sad when I go places and I see all the Marvel merchandise because Disney is never met merchandise that they couldn't make. But then sometimes I also think, well, maybe it's for the best because now I have more money in my bank account. So,
Need some
pluses and minuses.
Just need some better movies and maybe we'll get some merch.
So true. Well, do you play video games? Are you going to play the Gotham Knights?
I haven't played in a while. Probably the last thing I played, like, we still have PlayStation 3. I haven't touched it in years, but probably like there's some of those Batman Arkham games. Probably like the last thing I played.
Well, this is kind of part of that Arkham series, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know technically if it is. It's probably close. Probably close to what they had.
Well, I think it's by the same studio, isn't it? That one in Canada.
I think so. But yeah, I know. We've always talked every so often about getting like a PlayStation 5. If I did that, I would want to get that. And they have like 2 Spider-Man games.
You couldn't get it. So these kind of games, do they come out on Xbox too? Or
These ones probably come out on both. I know the Spider-Man games only come out on PS5 because Spider-Man's Sony.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So,
I see.
Yeah, these probably come out on both.
They don't come out on Nintendo. Like Nintendo's games are.
It depends what kind of game.
Like not as many graphics or something.
It depends. Some do. Yeah, I think it depends on the graphics. Maybe some do, some don't.
Because most of my friends, I've only ever had Nintendos, so occasionally if I go, or I guess the stuff has already been loaded. I don't know. Yeah. Also, I'm old enough that I think in high school, my friends, it was all on the CDs or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I bought my mentees have a PlayStation, and for his birthday, he wanted a.
Hopefully the cat.
Somebody is like seriously buzzing in my neighborhood. Okay. He wanted, I don't know, some game, Call of Duty-esque game or whatever. And he put it in, and he's like, oh yeah, we need it to download from the internet. And it was like 36 hours. And I was like, oh, for real? Like, is that a joke? And he was like, no, it's really going to take that long. No, maybe not 36. I think it was like 18.
Well, it depends on your internet speed, too.
Like,
yeah.
Are you for real? Like, legit, you have to do it overnight. That blew my mind.
I mean,
my friends who have Nintendo, like, you just pop the cartridges and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll, like, do an update, because, like, I know Luke even has a Nintendo Switch. Sometimes if you buy a new game, you'll need to, like, download an update, but it only takes, like, a minute or two, usually.
Yeah, but these I mean, it's practically like the movie. The graphics are so
good. Yeah, between the graphic.
Blew my mind. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's why I want to get, like, those Spider-Man games, because the graphics are kind of like that, yeah.
Have to let it go overnight. And you would not be able to stream Titans at the same time because that would overload your internet.
Yeah, that or it would really slow down your download, yeah.
Then it really would take you 36 hours. Okay, so what do you like better? Sorry, the episode or the comic?
Episodes.
Yes, definitely. Like I said, that extra little thing where they threw in how the Maharaja never actually came to Gotham, I was like, that was good.
I mean, sometimes... I mean, they're both the products of their time, but I think the show aged a little better than the comic. Ooh, TV in the car. I'm like, because it's like, oh, they could beam us pictures of criminals and stuff. I'm just a printer would probably be easier. Fax machine.
Also, it was kind of ridiculous how in the comic they caught the Joker by his laughing, causing the giant masks to shake off and splatting on him.
Yeah.
That was a little weak.
Aha, ho, ho.
So yeah, that also edged the show out.
Yeah, some of these issues I had to dig for because it's like a lot of these ones we've been doing for the multimedia weren't on DC Universe Infinite.
I know, I didn't realize that. Like I said, I just got it all off from my book.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So I know other places to look, but I'm just like, I don't know, that always gets me. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
when they have holes in the collection, I'm like, why? Just load them all.
I know. I mean, maybe they're just behind on their scanning or something.
Yeah, that's what we always say. It's just like, it's probably some one intern in a room like scanning stuff in.
Yeah, and I can't understand them having these gaps, but I mean, the money we're paying for it, I should be able to get all the old stuff because there are people that are older than me that probably like the old stuff. There are people like me that got into comics and am reading the stuff that happened, decades before I was born. And some of those older comics with Batman, if you want to read comics with your kids, I mean, those older ones are more child appropriate.
Yeah. And if you don't want to buy those big, if you don't want to buy those big collections like you got, yeah.
What else?
Because what is it, like $8 a month or something? I always pay for the year, but... All
right, Phil. What's happening next week?
All right, yes.
What's our homework?
Let me double check. I think I know what's going on, but I know it's back to comics, so... The schedule pops up. There we go. Schedules. I was going to say, I was already putting up the grid for next year. I'll just like episode numbers and stuff, but yeah. I don't know. Alright, so yes, next week, back to comics when we do in Nightwing 99 and 100. That's right, we're bringing the tarantula to justice. Oh, pretty soon we're going to have in a couple months here, we'll have the only other Nightwing 99 and 100 coming up soon.
Yeah, no, maybe we should adjust it and overlap it and do it at the same time. But that'd have to be at the end of the year.
Yeah, because I think 100 doesn't even drop. Might I don't think it's going to drop till maybe January or something. So
Yeah.
But yeah, 99 and 100, and then in 2 weeks more Devin stuff. Nightwing 107 through 109, and then in 2 weeks 110 and 111. So yeah, we're going to start getting into some of that Renegade stuff.
Okay, hold on, I'm writing it down. Okay, September. What was it? What was the middle one? 10 what?
107 through
11?
109. 107 to 109, and then the week after will be 110 and 111. Yes, there's a gap there, kids, because we already did 101 through 106. That was Nightwing year 1. And then that'll
kind of a weird time to do it. And interesting that they did not do it as
a mini series or something.
Yeah, because like Robin year 1 and Batgirl year 1 were mini series. But I suppose it makes a bit more sense when we realize that it was during that time period where there was a lot of. It was kind of in the lead up to Infinite Crisis, I think, and so
yeah.
I think that was probably they were doing it because they weren't sure that what they were going to do with Nightwing, and I think that was during the time period when he was potentially going to die. Yeah.
So then, those 3 episodes will bring us up to the end of September. So
cool.
All right. So yes, kids. So, yeah, send your thoughts. Yeah, next week, 99 and 100, 2 weeks, 107, 108, and 109. And then in 3 weeks, 110 and 111. So, send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And, hey, if you want to send us thoughts on these Joker episodes, we'll read them next week. So, send them in. All right, so remember, you can find Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Nightwing Facebook fan group. Find links to all the various social medias for all the DC and Marvel shows we do, the Facebook fan groups, the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, completely free. Everything we do gets a video up there, so smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of it, especially in September or Subtember.
Smash it!
While Lilith's away, we got a bunch of fill-in people, so Lilith is all happy. It took a handful of men to replace one Lilith, so
that's right. She takes a lot to replace Lilith.
That's right. So yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Most importantly, please subscribe to the Patreon. Again, we're paying for that as our own pocket. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews. Including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
That's right, every month. And then superhero movie brackets, because Little Hellfire loves to torture me. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. The August episode, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen vs. Sin City 2. That's right, Sin City 2 by that bag of fun Frank Miller. So, who just loves women. So yes, join the Patreon. Please help us support these shows and pick up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And while you have your wallet out, please, fun for all ages, please pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, if there's information that you can't glean from our podcast, please, comprehensive guide to all things Dick Grayson. Pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Got your Robin, got your Nightwing. They're shaking her head. Yes, yes. And like I say, it helps support an educator, so. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next week, Nightwing 99 to 100. Little something for everyone. Bring the tarantula to justice. 99 is when Dick has his little talk with Alfred and Bruce. After he gets shot in War Games.
Those darn crossovers.
Uh-huh. Damn crossovers.
Crossovers.
I eventually want to try to do some of those between that and our Batman show. Maybe some War Games, maybe some Joker Last Laugh. All right, kids. So yes, thank you for joining us. But until then, join us same wing time.
Same wing chain.
The Nightwing News. It's all serious here. It's no laughing matter. Bandit Joker.
Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are two of the many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
So just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
and away.